ठंडी जगहें अक्सर खूबसूरत होती हैं। मन करता है घंटों ताकते जाओ। ठंडी हवाओं के मजे उठाओ या उन्हें भी अपने बैग में पैक करके घर ले आओ। तो ले आए हम सुपीरियर कूलिंग के साथ मॉडर्न डिजाइन वाले एयर कूलर्स। बजाज एयर कूलर्स कूल्स लाइक आइस, लुक्स सो नाइस।
बजाज फैंस इतने पावरफुल क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj Super High Speed Fans with 425 RPM. Bajaj, fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with blend and carry jars by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
Bajaj fans इतने good looking क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj fans awesome designs. Fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with easy clean anti-stain coated body by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
ठंडी जगहें अक्सर खूबसूरत होती हैं। मन करता है घंटों ताकते जाओ। ठंडी हवाओं के मजे उठाओ या उन्हें भी अपने बैग में पैक करके घर ले आओ। तो ले आए हम सुपीरियर कूलिंग के साथ मॉडर्न डिजाइन वाले एयर कूलर्स। बजाज एयर कूलर्स कूल्स लाइक आइस, लुक्स सो नाइस।
Bajaj fans इतने पावरफुल क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj Super High Speed Fans with 425 RPM. Bajaj, fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with blend and carry jars by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
Bajaj fans इतने good looking क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj fans awesome designs. Fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with easy clean anti-stain coated body by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
ठंडी जगहें अक्सर खूबसूरत होती हैं। मन करता है घंटों ताकते जाओ। ठंडी हवाओं के मजे उठाओ या उन्हें भी अपने बैग में पैक करके घर ले आओ। तो ले आए हम सुपीरियर कूलिंग के साथ मॉडर्न डिजाइन वाले एयर कूलर्स। बजाज एयर कूलर्स कूल्स लाइक आइस, लुक्स सो नाइस।
Bajaj fans इतने पावरफुल क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj Super High Speed Fans with 425 RPM. Bajaj, fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with blend and carry jars by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
Bajaj fans इतने good looking क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj fans awesome designs. Fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with easy clean anti-stain coated body by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
ठंडी जगहें अक्सर खूबसूरत होती हैं। मन करता है घंटों ताकते जाओ। ठंडी हवाओं के मजे उठाओ या उन्हें भी अपने बैग में पैक करके घर ले आओ। तो ले आए हम सुपीरियर कूलिंग के साथ मॉडर्न डिजाइन वाले एयर कूलर्स। बजाज एयर कूलर्स कूल्स लाइक आइस, लुक्स सो नाइस।
Bajaj fans इतने पावरफुल क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj Super High Speed Fans with 425 RPM. Bajaj, fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with blend and carry jars by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
Bajaj fans इतने good looking क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj fans awesome designs. Fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with easy clean anti-stain coated body by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
ठंडी जगहें अक्सर खूबसूरत होती हैं। मन करता है घंटों ताकते जाओ, ठंडी हवाओं के मजे उठाओ या उन्हें भी अपने बैग में पैक करके घर ले आओ। तो ले आए हम सुपीरियर कूलिंग के साथ मॉडर्न डिजाइन वाले एयर कूलर्स। बजाज एयर कूलर्स कूल्स लाइक आइस, लुक्स सो नाइस।
बजाज फैंस इतने पावरफुल क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj Super High Speed Fans with 425 RPM. Bajaj, fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with blend and carry jars by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
Bajaj fans इतने good looking क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj fans awesome designs. Fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with easy clean anti-stain coated body by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
ठंडी जगहें अक्सर खूबसूरत होती हैं। मन करता है घंटों ताकते जाओ, ठंडी हवाओं के मजे उठाओ या उन्हें भी अपने बैग में पैक करके घर ले आओ। तो ले आए हम सुपीरियर कूलिंग के साथ मॉडर्न डिजाइन वाले एयर कूलर्स। बजाज एयर कूलर्स कूल्स लाइक आइस, लुक्स सो नाइस।
बजाज फैंस इतने पावरफुल क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj Super High Speed Fans with 425 RPM. Bajaj, fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with blend and carry jars by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
Bajaj fans इतने good looking क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj fans awesome designs. Fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with easy clean anti-stain coated body by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
ठंडी जगहें अक्सर खूबसूरत होती हैं। मन करता है घंटों ताकते जाओ, ठंडी हवाओं के मजे उठाओ या उन्हें भी अपने बैग में पैक करके घर ले आओ। तो ले आए हम सुपीरियर कूलिंग के साथ मॉडर्न डिजाइन वाले एयर कूलर्स। बजाज एयर कूलर्स कूल्स लाइक आइस, लुक्स सो नाइस।
Bajaj fans इतने पावरफुल क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj Super High Speed Fans with 425 RPM. Bajaj, fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with blend and carry jars by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
Bajaj fans इतने good looking क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj fans awesome designs. Fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with easy clean anti-stain coated body by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
ठंडी जगहें अक्सर खूबसूरत होती हैं। मन करता है घंटों ताकते जाओ, ठंडी हवाओं के मजे उठाओ या उन्हें भी अपने बैग में पैक करके घर ले आओ। तो ले आए हम सुपीरियर कूलिंग के साथ मॉडर्न डिजाइन वाले एयर कूलर्स। बजाज एयर कूलर्स कूल्स लाइक आइस, लुक्स सो नाइस।
Bajaj fans इतने पावरफुल क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj Super High Speed Fans with 425 RPM. Bajaj, fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with blend and carry jars by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
Bajaj fans इतने good looking क्यों होते हैं? Bajaj fans awesome designs. Fan nahi, fantastic.
Mixer grinder with easy clean anti-stain coated body by Bajaj, India's #1 mixing appliance brand.
Good afternoon, dear shareholders, and welcome to the 83rd Annual General Meeting of Bajaj Electricals Limited. I, Shekhar Bajaj, the Chairman and Managing Director of the company, am attending the meeting from my office at Bajaj Bhavan, Mumbai. With the requisite quorum being present, I call the meeting to order. Before we proceed further, I would like to express profound grief on the sad demise of Shri Rahul Bajaj, the iconic leader of Bajaj Group, who passed away on 12th of February 2022. He lived an extraordinary life. He was the architect of one of the most respected business groups in the country, a vocal proponent of entrepreneurship, and a voice of the industry at large. He stood for what he believed, a man driven by values, bold in both expression and action. On behalf of the board, I would like to place on record its wholehearted appreciation of the invaluable contribution made by him to the spectacular rise of Bajaj Group over several decades. In view of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the Securities and Exchange Board of India, via the circular, have permitted the holding of the annual general meeting through video conferencing or other audio-visual means without the physical presence of members at the common venue. Accordingly, the company is conducting its AGM through video conferencing for the third consecutive year. The company has taken all possible and feasible effort to ensure that the shareholders are provided an opportunity to participate in this AGM. Members participating through mobile devices, tablets, laptop, etc. may at times experience audio-video loss due to fluctuation in their respective networks. Use of a stable Wi-Fi or LAN connection can mitigate some of the technical glitches. Members who need any technical assistance during the meeting may reach out to Link in Time India Private Limited, Link in Time, the registrar and share transfer agent of the company, at the mail ID or at the helpline number provided in the AGM notice. Before I commence with my formal address, I would like to introduce all my colleagues on the board of the company. Anuj, Poddar, Madhur Bajaj, non-independent, non-executive director. Shailesh Haribhakti, independent, non-executive director and chairman of the audit committee. Dr. Rajendra Prasad Singh, independent, non-executive director. The other directors who joined the meeting remotely are Mrs. Pooja Bajaj, non-independent, non-executive director and chairperson of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee. Dr. Indu Shahani, independent, non-executive director and chairperson of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee. Mr. Rajiv Bajaj, non-independent, non-executive director. Mr. Harshvardhan Goenka, independent, non-executive director. Mr. Munish Khetrapal, independent, non-executive director. In addition to this, Mr. E.C. Prasad, Chief Financial Officer, and Mr. Ajay Nagle, Company Secretary, are also present at the meeting. Mr. Vikram Mehta, Partner, SRBC and Company LLP, Statutory Auditors, and Mr. Anand Khamankar from Anand B. Khamankar and Company, Secretarial Auditors, are also in attendance. Pursuant to the circular issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, the following documents are available for inspection electronically at this AGM. Director Report for the financial year 2021-22, Standalone and Consolidated Financial Statement and Auditor's Report thereon for the financial year 2021-22, Secretarial Audit Report, Certificate from the Practicing Company Secretaries stating that the ESOP schemes of the company have been implemented in accordance with the Securities and Exchange Board of India Share-Based Employee Benefit and Sweat Equity Regulation 2021. Register of Directors and key managerial personnel and their shareholding under Section 170 of the Companies Act 2013 and Register of Contracts under Section 189 of the Companies Act 2013. The Auditor's Report of the Financial Statement and the Secretarial Audit Report for the financial year ending 31st March 2022 do not contain any adverse remark, qualification or disclaimer. Accordingly, the said report are not being read out. Since the meeting is conducted through video conferencing, the option to appoint proxy is not available for this AGM. The company has received authorization under Section 113 of the Companies Act 2013 from shareholders holding an aggregate of 2,79,81,987 shares, representing 24.34% of the paid-up capital of the company. Now I would like to commence my formal address. Dear shareholders, it has been my privilege to assume the role of the chairman of your company for over 38 years. I am deeply aware that your company's position today is an outcome of the invaluable support and understanding that we have received from our stakeholders over the years. Before I start, I would like to inform you that in the back of the ongoing and significant transformational journey and keeping in mind the company's long-term strategy, the board of directors of your company in its meeting held today has approved the redesignation of Mr. Anuj Poddar by appointing him as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, MD and CEO of your company for a fresh period of 5 years commencing from August 12, 2022, from his present designation as the Executive Director of the company. I shall now relinquish my position as the Managing Director of your company, and from now on, I take over the office as an executive chairman of your company. In the late 2018, Anuj was handed over the reins of Bajaj Electricals in the role of executive director. Under his leadership, the company witnessed increasing revenues and also achieved a net debt-free position by 31st March 2022 as a result of this revival strategy. Considering Anuj's credential, experience and achievement, we feel he is the right person to be appointed as an MD and CEO of your company. I wish Anuj all the best in his new role. These changes are subject to the approval of the shareholders. It will be through the postal ballot. I trust the shareholders of the company will offer us their full support for the same. We meet today at a time when onslaught of COVID-19 across the world is mostly over. Consequently, the movement of people is improving. However, the ongoing conflict in Ukraine and the overall recessionary condition across the world is witnessing a slowdown in economic activity. Fiscal 21-22 was a significant year for your company in multiple ways. As informed, we are moving through a multi-year transformational journey to build a new Bajaj Electricals. We are in the process of streamlining our corporate structure and interests across various entities. The core foundation of the new Bajaj Electricals lies in the organization transformation that we have embarked upon. This compromises strengthening of our people, processes and systems, and with our overall organizational culture to drive superior performance in a more institutionalized basis. Now, for the year ending 31st March 22, your company achieved an income from operation of 4813 crore against 4585 crore, an increase of 5% over the corresponding period of the previous year. For the year, the company made a profit before tax and after tax of 180 and 124 crore respectively, against a profit before tax and after tax of 221 crore and 189 in the corresponding period of the previous year. For the year, the company generated positive cash flow from operation of 914 crore, as against a cash outflow from operation of 658 crore in the previous year. The company achieved net debt-free status after a period of 4 decades. Actually, it could be longer. We at least checked up to 4 decades. We have never been debt-free. This has happened on 31st of March 2022. We've been pursuing our stated path of a strong focus on positive cash flow from operation, reducing our debt and strengthening our balance sheet. I'm glad to note that we have done well in all these parameters and remain committed to it. Scheme of arrangement under Section 230-232 of the Companies Act 2013. Starlight Lighting Limited, the board of directors and the shareholders of the company and SLL have approved the scheme of merger by absorption of SLL with the company. The matter is being pursued with the Honorable NCLT Bombay branch for final approval. Bajaj Project Limited, AGM. The board of directors of the company at a meeting held on February 8, 2022 has approved the scheme of arrangement between the company and Bajaj and their respective shareholders involving this transfer by way of demerger of the demerged undertaking consisting of power transmission and power distribution, and regulatory approvals, including the approval of the Honorable NCLT, the shareholders and creditor of each of the companies. Now, the most interesting is the Q1 performance. I take this opportunity to take you through the Q1 performance approved by the board today. We have achieved an income from operation of 1,229 crore against 857 crores in the last quarter, the first quarter of the previous year. an increase of 43.4%. For the quarter, the company has made profit before tax and profit after tax of 57 crore and 41 crore respectively, against loss before tax of 31 crores and profit after tax of 25 crores in the corresponding first quarter of the previous year. The order book during the beginning of the current quarter stands at 913 crore, comprising 714 crores for transmission line towers, only 11 crores for power distribution, and 188 crores for Illumination project. Your company's social investment program, as part of the environment and sustainable initiatives, partners with various non-government organizations and focus largely on ensuring environmental sustainability, promotion of art and culture, promotion of education, promotion of preventive healthcare, disaster relief, and we continue to work on our anti-tobacco activities. Before I conclude, I thank all our customers, business partners, vendors, and other business associates for their continued cooperation and support. I also take this opportunity to record my appreciation of the dedicated and committed effort put in by Team Bajaj for taking this organization to greater heights of achievement and glory. I would also like to thank Anuj, Poddar, and the members of the Corporate Management Committee for their contribution and unwavering support over the years. I also extend my sincere gratitude to the members of the board for their wisdom and guidance. And finally, a special word of thanks to you, our valued shareholders, for your unstinted support and encouragement. Your confidence has given considerable source of strength for Team Bajaj. I'm sure Team Bajaj will continue to look at your goodwill and support in the years ahead. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your strong support and faith in us. And this inspires us to achieve new milestones. In terms of provision of Companies Act 2013 and the rules framed and therefore thereunder, and the Securities and Exchange Board of India Listing Obligation and Disclosure Requirement Regulation 2015, members holding shares either in physical form or in dematerialized form as on cut-off date of 5th of August 2022 were entitled to exercise the vote on resolution contained in the AGM notice. The remote e-voting period commenced on 8th of August 2022 from 9 a.m. Indian Standard Time and ended on August 11th, 2022 at 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Shareholders holding shares on the cut-off date were provided an option to either cast their votes remotely during this period by logging into the e-voting platform of Lincoln Time India Private Limited or vote at the AGM. Shareholders who have joined this AGM and have not cast their vote so far can vote in this meeting. I'm now putting up the resolution to vote. I would like to brief you on the resolutions. Resolution number 1, ordinary. Adoption of the standalone and consolidated financial statement for the financial year ending 31st March 22, together with the directors and auditors' report thereon. Resolution number 2, ordinary. Approval to declare dividend of 3 rupees per equity share or rupees 2 each for the financial year ending 31st March 2022. Resolution number 3, ordinary. Appointment of director in place of Anuj Poddar, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Resolution number 4, ordinary. Appointment of a director in place of Mr. Pooja Bajaj, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Resolution number 5, ordinary. Reappointment of Messrs. RBC and Company LLP Chartered Accountant as a statutory auditor of the company. Resolution number 6, ordinary. ratification of the remuneration of the cost auditors of the company for the financial year ending 31st March 2023. Resolution number 7, special approval for borrowing by way of issue of securities. Now I would like to invite queries and comments from shareholders who have already registered themselves as speaker shareholders. Only those shareholders who have already registered will be allowed to seek clarification. To ensure participation from maximum shareholders, I would request the speakers to be brief, precise, and avoid repeating the questions. Speakers have accordingly been allotted 2 minutes each to offer their comments and seek clarification. Queries, questions received over mail or through the company's RTA will be taken up subject to availability of time. I will now request the moderator to call out the speakers sequentially. Moderator.
Thank you, sir. Our first speaker for the event, Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal, has not yet joined the panel. So we move on to speaker number 2, Mr. Manoj Gupta.
Hello.
Yeah, sir. Please go on.
Good evening. Respected Chairman, Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Gupta. I have joined this meeting from Calcutta, my residence. Chairman, thanks to you, your team, for the excellent result of the company for the year 21-22. And thanks to your department that they are doing well to create the wealth, because we have got a good return in the stock market. The share price is crossed 4 digit. Now the share price is approximately 1200 rupees. So I believe that when we will meet next, the share price will be 2000 rupees. And sir, now I have 2 or 3 questions. Thanks for your dividend. And household products. There is a lot of competition. A big competition is there. Bajaj is a very renowned name and big old name. So how you face this competition from Havels, Philips, and others? So what's your view in this regard? And what's your future outlook for the consumer durable products? Now the Philips has demerged and make a separate company last year. They have a plan to invest more than 3,000 crore rupees to present throughout the nation their wide products of the household products. So what's your view in this regard, and how you will face the competition? And China is giving big competition in every product, like blender and trimmer and saver. So what's your China products are also available in the market on the brand name of Nova and others. These are the big problem for the existing big companies, because now the people don't see the brand, people see the low price, so they buy the low price products. So how you see this? And unclaimed dividend, before send this dividend to the central government, send a notice to the shareholders that they can collect their dividend from the company. Or you can do one thing, put their name on your website. Whenever the investor open your website, if they find their name, they can claim their dividend from the company. And try to appoint more distributor and C&F to sell your products throughout the tier 1 cities, tier 2 cities, tier 3, because India is spreading. So states are spreading, districts are spreading. So think about to and split the shares from rupees 2 to 1 to increase the liquidity and market capitalization. Now the market share face value is 2, or kindly consider it to split the shares from rupees 2 to 1. That will be reward to the shareholders. They will get benefit. I will not suggest you to issue the bonus, but you can consider as a reward to the shareholders by splitting the shares. And send a discount coupon to the investors to buy your products, because 30 to 40% discount coupons you can give to the shareholders. So up to 10,000 rupees 10,000, if they buy your products, they will get 30% or 40% on MRP. You can consider that. Think about that. Last 2 years I am asking you, you are saying that we will consider. And last but least, I will tell you one thing, if you don't mind. I visited your office when I was in Mumbai in December. I tried to meet the company secretary. One gentleman in your office says company secretary do not meet with their peoples. I shocked and I surprised to hear the view. This is not fair under your leadership. Thanks to you, Chairman.
So
Thank
what we'll
you,
do
Mr.
is,
Gupta.
we'll answer all the questions collectively later. So Lincoln time, you may continue collecting all the speakers and questions.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Gupta. We move on to speaker number 3, Mr. Satish Shah. Mr. Satish?
हाँ
Yes, sir.
हेलो
Please
मेरी
go
आवाज
on.
आ रही है सर आवाज आ रही है
Yes, yes, sir. Please go
ओके
on.
ओके सर थैंक यू श्रीमान चेयरमैन साहब और अन्य डायरेक्टर्स मेरा नाम सतीश शाह आपने अपनी चेयरमैन स्पीच में कंपनी के बारे में बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से समझा दिया बजाज इलेक्ट्रिकल इज ए ब्रिलियंट प्रोफेशनल सर हमें बैलेंस शीट इन टाइम मिली बैलेंस शीट कलरफुल एट्रैक्टिव इंफॉर्मेटिव नाइस बैलेंस शीट की खूबसूरत के लिए मैं कंपनी सेक्रेटरी और उनकी टीम वर्क को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर दिस शेयर कंपनी का परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा रहा और आपने डिविडेंड भी अच्छा दिया तो मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि कंपनी की डिविडेंड पॉलिसी क्या है सर आज जो भी रेजोल्यूशन रखा है उसमें मेरा फुली सपोर्ट है विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट थैंक यू
Thank you, Mr. Satish. Speaker number 4, Mr. Yusuf Rangwala has not yet joined the panel. So we move on to the next speaker, speaker number 5, Ms. Lekha Shah.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Please go on.
Thank you, sir. Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow members, good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Lekha Shah from Mumbai. First of all, I'm very much thankful to our company secretarial team and company secretary for extending very good investor services and also sending with the AGM notice well in time, which is full of knowledge, facts and figures in place. Thank you, Chairman, sir, for explaining us well about the company. Congratulations for excellent work, sir. Sir, I pray to God that He always shower His blessing upon you. Sir, thanks for the dividend, sir. Sir, I would like to ask few questions. My first question is, has there been any impact of COVID second wave on the company operations? My second question is, how many women employees are working in our office? My third question is, what is the roadmap for the next 2 years? So, I would like to say, I strongly support all the resolutions for today's meeting and my best wishes always our company and its prosperity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Shah. Speaker number 6, Ms. H.S. Patel has not yet joined the panel. So we move on to the next speaker, Mr. Vinod Agarwal.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Please go on.
Yep. Yep. Respected Chairman Shekhar Bajaj, our Executive Director Anuj Poddar, and our CFO Mr. Prasad, and CS Ajay Nagleji. Good afternoon to everyone. Sir, last year the revenue were 4,813 crores, and we are a net debt-free company. And our standalone EPS was 13.38, while the consolidated EPS was less. That means the at 10.85 rupees means that the subsidiaries are in the negative. They are not accretive to the company. You will have to look into this. Sir, my one or two queries, sir. We are doing a monopole power transmission and distribution business. So, are we likely to gain market shares from KEC and other Kalpatarus and all? They also do the EPC business of outdoor transmission of electrical lines and all those things. Are we likely to gain any market share from them? We have got an order book of 964 crores, which has been noted, sir. And even in the home care products and all those things, Havells and other brands are entering the market. Philips was there already. Havells is entering. And what kind of market share can we sustain and keep on growing, sir? This is what I like to know. And our current price is about 1,280. Can we expect a stock split from the company? And 2,661 employees have been shown in the annual report. What is the attrition rate for them? And what is the capex plan for the next 2 years? I would like to know. I am happy with the performance of the company over the past, from the past year. Even in this COVID time, the COVID was very bad, and even the first quarter of the financial year which we are talking about was bad. But now I'm thinking the things are improving, and I feel that by January, even the COVID restrictions which are there as of now would be removed, and at that time in January, we can have a plant visit or a get together or whatever you desire at your convenience. We can have that, sir. And I wish the company all the best for future profitability and giving us better dividends. I sign off. Vinod Agarwal from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vinod. We move on to the next speaker, speaker number 8, Ms. Prakashini Shenoy.
Hello, can you
Yeah,
hear me?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please go on.
Thank you, sir. I'm Prakashini Shenoy from Bombay. Respected Honorable Chairman, other dignitaries on the board, and my fellow shareholders, good afternoon to all of you. I received the annual report well in time, which is colorful, transparent, knowledgeable, and is as per the corporate governance. I thank the company secretary and the team for the same. I should not forget to thank them once again for reminding me of the meeting and giving me the link. Thank you so much. So the chairman has given a very bright picture about the company. It's working in all aspects. Thank you, Chairman, sir. Sir, I'm thankful to the board for recommending dividend for the financial year 21-22. I have few questions. What is the roadmap for the next 5 years? My next question is, what is the capex program? Do we come under the purview of service tax? If yes, what is the rate? Are we planning to expand our existing R&D or going to have a new R&D? If yes, what may be the expenses incurred? My last question is, how is the company planning to progress towards digital future? I wish the company good luck for a bright future and pray God that the profit of the company shall reach the peak in due course. Sir, I strongly and wholeheartedly support all the resolutions put forth in today's meeting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Shenoy. We now move on to speaker number 9, Mr. Anil Parekh.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go on.
Chairman, sir, Shekhar Bajaj ji, other board members, and my fellow shareholders. Sir, I am Anil Parekh here from Bombay. I am an old shareholder since last many years. Sir, it's now high time to meet us physically. Since last 3 years, we are unable to meet due to COVID related issues. And I hope that now everything has opened up. Why can't we meet physically? So please incorporate that thought in your mind next year, sir. Sir, also I would like to extend my support to company secretary team for providing us link to join the meeting and also sending me annual report. Sir, it's exhaustive and every minute details are there for the reference and adhering to all the corporate governance. I would exclude from asking so many questions on financials. However, I would like to congratulate the management, first of all, for 4,813 crore turnover. Excellent, sir. And now we are net debt-free company. Sir, this is all-round performance of the management, and you all should be congratulated for the same. Sir, our EBITDA has also slightly gone down, but I can understand under the competitive market and economic challenges, uh, this can be understood. Sir, but our market capitalization has gone up. So all the shareholders are very happy and they have been rewarded. So my question is, on page 22, 23, and 24, all the products are, I can see. But sir, do we have any plan to enter in white goods like AC, washing machines, refrigerators, etc.? And if so, when do we have that plan? Sir, also I would like to ask, any exclusive store of Bajaj is there in Bombay or not, where we can step in and buy Bajaj products? Because as of now, I don't see any store of Bajaj near in western suburbs. Sir, also some of the products that we have, uh, market awareness is very less, like pressure cookers, mixer grinder, and all that. So people are knows Bajaj for their fans and air coolers and all that, but we need more and more awareness of our all the products. So if we can do that, we can penetrate the market very well. Sir, other things I don't want to put before you. I am readily available with annual report. Thank you for persevering, and I support all the resolutions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anil. Speaker number 1, Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal, has joined the panel.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Please go on.
Good afternoon to everyone. First of all, I'll thank the company secretary and his team and also the management. And only just one, two question I got.
Mr. Bimal.
Plant visit, please include my name.
Mr. Bimal, we are not able to hear you clearly. I think he is having some issues with his audio. We can move on to the next speaker, Mr. Hiranand Kotwani.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Hiranand. Yeah, please go on.
Okay, it's all right. Firstly, my condolences for the great man Rahul Bajaj. Death is the only truth. This gentleman too old but really courageous. Shekhar Bajaj. Our organization doing well. Certainly, gentleman, it is an old company. What is your market you are going to improve? Because the world is now going digital. And how is you are going to take the world market? Are you our company in that thinking in direct direction? Because market is a very peculiar nowadays digital. How is our organization is cope up with the digital market? Because globally now market is going to be digital, no credit, only cash, online payment. What step our organization is taking in this regard? Because sky's the limit. We can improve. This quarter 1,200 is a mute growth. We can have a 2,000, 3,000 crore turnover if you go globally and improve the footprint at various geographies in India also. India is a great market. Certainly there is a competition. What are the hitch? What is the pain in that competition? How the raw material cost has increased, which affect the market as the inflation is a blessing in disguise. All our prices are increasing. Mr. Chairman, please explain this in this current year market. Our sales are good, but how we are going to increase the growth and the reward to the minority shareholder must. Dividend is good, but bonus yearly. This time is the bonus is okay. You can give the bonus. Split is another thing, but certainly bonus is expecting investors expecting 1,200, and we are expecting the bonus will come. And certainly that this man said a discount of 30%. I am not. I am against the discount. It should be 10 to 12% or 15%. For the more than 100 shares, not a 1 or 2 shares should hold, he get the discount. If he is more 50 or 100 share, you give the discount for the 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees. It can be 10, but 10 to 12%. And so we can give the gift to our relative also sometime. That I got coupon Hindustan Bajaj, he will visit. No, if we are not visited, generally we go for that product. So that will be the marketing strategy also. Not okay. How you are going to increase the market and marketing? I convey my good wishes to the new man, this Poddar, for a great success. Thank you, and please narrate the export and global market. How you are going to take the export and inflow and outflow, or raw material imported. Your comment on that also. Okay. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Kotwani. Speaker number 13, Mr. Mukesh Mohan, has not yet joined the panel. So with that, we come to the end of the speaker list. The management team will be back after 5 minutes for replying to the queries of the shareholders.
We can do that right away. So
okay, sir. You can go on, please.
Yes, thank you very much. So firstly, thank you to all the dear shareholders who've joined us today and for participating in this, attending this, and also for your kind comments and appreciation of the company performance and our team here. I'd like to take this opportunity to also acknowledge the entire team at Bajaj Electricals and our chairman and our board for enabling this performance here. I'll try and club the questions, but particularly thank you, Mr. Manoj, Mr. Satisha, Ms. Lekha Shah, Mr. Vinod Agarwal, Ms. Shanoy, Mr. Anil Parekh, Mr. Bimal Agarwal, I'm sorry we couldn't hear you fully, and Mr. Hiranan Kotwani for being so participative there. I'll just bunch the questions into different buckets. Firstly, the business or market or competitive focused questions. There were some questions around, how do we face competition? This in the context of the consumer business. What is our product strategy? What's our roadmap on that? How are we looking at our retail and distribution, go-to market? Are some views on the brand and market awareness, etc. Just let me give you a little, broad directional answer on that. We are very, very, what should I say, focused on driving aggressive growth for our businesses, both businesses. Let me first talk about our consumer business. We're very clear that we are here to grow that business on top line as well as bottom line. When we talk about top line growth, there are 3 areas of focus or centers of excellence, as we call it internally, that we're working on, which is product excellence, brand excellence, and go-to-market, that is distribution excellence. I think the fulcrum of all this will be the product excellence. We have been, as you may have noticed, over the last couple of years, launching significant number of new products. Our launches have increased, both quantitatively as well as qualitatively. We are upgrading our product portfolio. We are moving clearly towards a direction of premiumization and delivering superior product quality as well as proposition to our consumers. As we revamp and enhance our product and product offerings, and this is on back of, we've stepped up our R&D investments in R&D team size and capabilities significantly as a company. One of the questions was around R&D. So that is enabling this product, growth and enhancement. That enables us to, have a more targeted go-to-market and distribution approach. There are some suggestions around, go-to-market distribution, appointment of new distributors, leveraging new online digital channels, etc. Very conscious of that. We will keep driving our growth and expansion in distribution across all channels, whether it's our traditional general stores and, general trade channels, whether it's our modern trade channels, as well as a new age online and other channels. All of these are focus areas and all of them have been demonstrating growth for us. That said, none of this distribution model is static. Every 2-3 years, we have been and will keep revisiting our distribution models as the market evolves and keeping with that. And the third piece of the strategy, as I mentioned to you, is around the brand. I think the biggest asset that we have is the legacy and strength of the Bajaj brand and the trust and credibility that it carries. Having said that, we will directionally continue to move towards a multi-brand approach. We will not remain a single brand company. And even for the existing brands, primarily the mother brand Bajaj, we are and will continue to refocus on repositioning the Bajaj brand and elevating the both the top of mind and the awareness and visibility of that brand and the connect and relationship that the brand has with consumers. In that specifically, there was some comment and suggestion around, awareness of that brand being strong for fans and for coolers, but relatively lower for mixer grinders and pressure cookers. On mixer grinders, I would respectfully disagree. I think the awareness and visibility for the brand in mixer grinders is very strong. In pressure cookers, I agree. That is currently a very nascent and small category for us. We'll look at how and if and when how we grow our visibility and awareness on the pressure cooker category for our brand. There was some comments on CapEx plan. Or before that, let me address, a question around our expansion or entry into white goods in refrigerators, air conditioners. As of now, we have no intent or plans to enter into white goods, refrigerators, any other white good categories or air conditioners, etc. In terms of CapEx plans, currently we've been running at CapEx investments of plus minus 100 crores, or somewhere sub 100 crores per annum. I think in the current year, next year, that may be the range at which we invest. But going forward, which may be 2024 onwards, we may see a step up in our CapEx investments. We'll talk about that at the right time. We have not formalized and frozen those plans as of now. Let me come to some of the other questions more on the corporate side and on the shareholder front. As always, we take your suggestions around share split and bonus shares and dividends, etc. We will always continue to discuss that as management and as then, place that before the board. But as of now, we think we are fairly priced. We're not too over expensive, even we look at in terms of absolute share price versus competition or other players in our industry or in the market in general. So the near-term answer is we do not have an immediate plan on any share split or bonus shares, but we will always keep revisiting our intent to whether we do that. There was a question on dividend. I'm happy, as you know, that we are back to paying dividends from this year. For 2 years, we had to skip that. We've also formally put out a dividend policy. There was a question on that. So it's available on our website a few months ago. We put out a formal dividend policy for the benefit of all our investors and analyst community. There's a question on women employees. Diversity and inclusion is very much on our agenda. We want to enhance that quotient across the company. Our women employee quotient, if you look at as an overall company, is between 5 to 6%. But if you exclude factory workforce, that is at about 8%. While this has increased by about a couple of percentage points for the past couple of years, by no means is it, the levels at which we desire to be, and we expect that to continue to grow. There was also a question on the EPC business, particularly on the power transmission in competition with KEC and Kaltaru. My view on that is, we don't look at the EPC or power distribution business from the perspective of top line or market shares, because each company has its own strategy on that. These are capital and cash intensive businesses. On that, our focus is more on the bottom line rather than the top line, and we want to be selective on which orders we take, how we bid for this, and what are the sub-segments within the power transmission that we operate in, both geographical sub-segments, technical sub-segments, etc. So we will, our order book is growing. We will continue to grow the order book, and this is both for power transmission and for the power distribution business, which we restarted to bid, but this will be in a calibrated manner, in a focused manner, based on the sub-segments and the strategic approach that we want to take for that. A couple of other suggestions in terms of shareholder benefits by way of discounts and or plant visits. Again, we shall continue to discuss that. I'm sorry, as of now, we do not have a policy on both of these things, but as and when we can or look at that, we will be happy to look at that. Let me see if I missed out any other things. Yes, there was one other question on digital. I agree that it's a increasingly digital ecosystem in the world around us. We are consciously enhancing our digital capabilities and transforming all avenues or functions or operations of the company on digital front. If I may just put that into different buckets, from our own internal operations front, we've rolled out SAP S/4HANA, the most recent and the most advanced version of that. Phase 1 of that has gone live in this quarter in May 2022. Phase 2 and phase 3 will go live later this year. So that's from an internal operations, enhancing the digital capabilities on that. From a go-to-market, both for our distributors as well as for our end consumers, we're enhancing our digital platforms, digital connect, and digital channels through which we engage with them. That is part of the roadmap for the next 12 months. Even at the back end, in terms of our own manufacturing, our logistics, and our vendor, that's the phase 3 of that. We will see greater digital connectivity and applications that connects us better at the back end. So between our internal operations, our market front or consumers and customers, and our back end of manufacturing, logistics, vendor management, all of these, there's a clear roadmap on digitization, all of this. And using this digitization to actually drive better efficiencies and more nimbleness across organizations and better connect and, performance as a company. I believe I have answered all the questions on that. Any other questions we're happy to receive as a company. You have our, access channels, whether, by email to the company secretary or social media, etc. And we try to be as responsive as possible on that. With that, thank you very much. Let me hand it back to the moderator. Thank you.
Thank you, Anuj. Now, members who have not yet cast their votes are requested to cast their votes now. The voting facility will remain open for another 15 minutes. The result of the voting, along with the scrutinizer's report, would be declared and shall be placed on the company's website and on the website of Lincoln Time within 2 working days of conclusion of this AGM. The company shall simultaneously forward the results to the National Stock Exchange of India Limited and the Bombay Stock Exchange Limited, where the securities of the companies are listed. Recorded transcript will also be available on the company's website as soon as possible. Subject to voting, I declare the proceeding of this meeting as concluded. I thank you for participating at this meeting, and as I close, I pray for yours and your loved ones' good health and safety. Thank you.